You are looking at a very flaccid Weather Institute for Climate Knowledge campus camp, the Dick Camp. But tonight it's going to start getting hard, and tomorrow it's going to be erect and pounding. The Dick Camp, that is. High clouds right now, lots of blue sky, very calm winds, if any wind at all, really. We'll get a very slight breeze this morning, this afternoon. After dark tonight, we will start seeing the cloud. Well, towards dark, we'll start seeing clouds form. After dark, those clouds will fill in. We'll notice a breeze picking up. And after dark, we're going to see the moist arrive in the form of rain. Today, we get up to the Lehigh Valley. We will get into the mid 50s today. Poconos could even see 50 plus today. That is because we have warm air coming up out of the south that is going to be bringing us that moisture. So temperatures should be sufficiently warm enough overnight tonight that as the precipitation starts before midnight. Lehigh Valley probably sees it around, I don't know, probably as early as 8, 9 o'clock, but certainly between 10 and midnight at the very latest, it will be starting. Again, as rain, and overnight as rain. At daybreak tomorrow in the Lehigh Valley, it should be rain. However, it's going to very, very quickly after daybreak and probably by mid-morning tomorrow, change over to snow. As we get some very cold air coming out of our northwest, that will be meeting with the cold air and will be strong enough to overpower the warm, moist air that's coming up with the moisture. But as it does that, the moisture, the low pressure that is the moisture, will be intensifying. So once that rain to snow changeover happens, it will be a very, very heavy snow. It's not going to be a very particularly long period of snow, maybe 8 to 10 hours, but it's going to be snowing heavily. We will have blizzard conditions because as that moisture arrives, as I said, the winds will pick up. And then as that cold interacts with that warm, moist air, the winds will get even stronger. And I'm talking damaging winds. We will see blizzard conditions in most of areas tomorrow. Blizzard conditions roughly is just very windy conditions with a certain volume of snow falling, precipitation rate or snowfall rate. We will have that in most areas tomorrow. How much are we going to see? Well, I'll tell you that in a few minutes, but first I'm going to explain to you what's happening. So when I tell you accumulation amounts, you will understand what's up. But before we do that, let's talk about Sunday. Well, tomorrow. Tomorrow's temperatures are going to fall. Remember, as daybreak and as rain is falling, it'll be in the 30s. But between daybreak tomorrow and noon, we're going to fall well into the 20s. Hence the changeover from rain to snow. So the moisture arrives tonight between 9 and midnight, dependent where you are. It rains overnight. About mid-morning-ish, around 9, 10 o'clock, we start seeing the changeover occur. By noon, everyone's seeing snow. And then it snows very heavily. And with very, very windy, damaging wind conditions through the afternoon towards evening and wraps up around evening, if not just prior to evening. But because it'll be windy and cold, we can still have lingering snow showers and flurries because whenever it's windy and cold, it can snow. Most of you, anyone who's a weather fan already knows that. And then Sunday will be right around freezing for a high. We're not going to get very warm at all on Sunday. But next week, it's going to be spring-like to start the week for at least the first few days. But let's talk about this storm here. We're going to show you the radar. Here is a current look, the static look of the radar. That white line you're looking at is the cold air. You can see that line. So everything behind that is cold air. Down to the southeast, Florida, the Gulf Coast and such, right where we said it would form, by the way, is a low pressure system that is formed. But before we go ahead and explain that in detail, let's show you the jet stream very quickly, and we're going to show you how things are and how they're looking. We see the energy that we just talked about. We said that cold air has a lot of energy with it. That's that red that you're seeing there on the jet stream. Down over the Gulf Coast, you're not seeing a whole lot right now, jet stream wise, but that will change as that energy from the cold air moves down towards that warm, moist air. As that low develops today and intensifies today and begins moving to the northeast, we're going to see a big, big storm, and big in size and intensity, that is. Going back to the radar image very, very quickly here. This line, again, that line that you're looking at is the cold air. This line right here is cold air. Everything back here, is cold air. Everything down here on this side, everything on this side is warm air. This is very warm, mild air. So we're going to have the clash of the two, right? Clash of the Titans, if anybody remembers that movie. Great movie, by the way. As this cold air plummets down, it's going to interact with this low. So all this warm, moist air down in here is going to move up the coast. How far off the coast does it go? We talked about this yesterday. And I'm going to draw these three different arrows because this is going to make a big difference in snow accumulation. If this line here tracks, we see less snow. If we see this one here, we see a little more snow. If it tracks over here, we see much, much more snow. So wherever this low, and the low is right about here, by the way, this low will come up the coast, I think, just like this, as this system here pushes it out. So as this cold air moves in, this cold air will push that low. It will determine where that low goes. We are going to have let's just talk about the elephant in the room for a moment. This area right here, and if you saw our map graphic the other day, we talked about this. This here is going to be severe weather today. As we go through the day, that window will expand. And that severe weather threat is going to go from down into the southeast and move up. We could have severe weather as far north as southern Delaware as we move into Saturday. And when I say severe weather, I mean strong thunderstorms, hail, tornadoes, not at all out of the question. In fact, as we go through the day and tonight down in the southeastern United States, down in this area of the country, we are going to notice some severe storms break out, especially in this area today. What happens there is going to be a good indicator of what happens north as we go through the night tonight and into tomorrow. And again, tomorrow, that storm threat, that severe storm threat goes all the way up to southern Delaware. So as this low tracks, we're going to see that we have more snow. If you're a fan of snow, you want the low to track more this way, more off the coast. That will bring the cold air, this cold air, closer to us. If that doesn't happen, so if the low were to track this way, that that cold air stays farther to the west. So you get more snow on this side, less snow on this side. I don't think that happens, by the way. We're going to be very, very close in the Lehigh Valley for the jackpot snow zone, if you will. The line for the heavy snow is roughly here. So down here, you get less snow. On this side, you're going to get more snow. And the farther west and northwest and even southwest you go, that's a horrible arrow. That is more snow. So as we hit our area here, these areas here are going to be in the jackpot zone for snow. And I mean heavy snow. Some areas could see a foot of snow. How much do we see? I think the Lehigh Valley is solid in the 2 to 4. I think we could see as much as 5 to 7, but I think we're solidly in the 2 to 4 range, and that's on the low side. I think we could certainly see more. Again, if that cold air interacts with that moisture sooner, if that cold air moves in here quicker and forces this low farther out, then that low moves in and that cold air moves into our area, and that makes this changeover from rain to snow happen sooner. So obviously if it snows sooner, we get more snow. Right now, solidly, the Lehigh Valley, 2 to 4 inches. I would not be surprised if we saw as much as even 3 to 6. But you get up into the Poconos, I think the Poconos are solidly in the 5 to 10 range. Solidly in the 5 to 10 range. If you go down towards Rob Cheney, I think Rob Cheney's 4 to 8. Yeah, well, let me show you where we're talking about here for those of you who don't know where Rob Cheney lives. Right here on this side, we roughly see 4 to 8. That's not 48, that's 428. But the jackpot area, the jackpot area for the snow, for the heavy snow, should be right about in here. And all bets are off for that. That is easily a 6 to 12. And again, we need to see if it moves over, if that snow converts over, we get rid of this camera or this radar now, Chris. As we go through the overnight tonight and we get that rain, when you wake up tomorrow morning and you start watching for that changeover to occur, again, I think it happens about mid-morning, 9, 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It changes over, and certainly by noon for everyone. But if you wake up tomorrow morning, you're sipping your coffee, you're, I don't know, staring at your wife's ass as she's bent over in the dishwasher, or you're staring at the plumber's crotch as he's under your sink fixing the link, whatever you're doing, you look out that window and you're starting to see that mix happening, rain and snow, and then change over to snow earlier, then we're going to up those levels, those accumulation levels. Again, it snows longer, so you're going to get more snow. Once it starts snowing, as we get into the noon, midday, and afternoon hours, it's going to snow very, very hard. It's going to be a very hard or a very high snowfall rate with very, very strong winds. We're talking 40, 50 mile an hour winds. Some of us could see gusts of 70, 80 miles an hour tomorrow. Yeah, that's, by the way, damaging Palmerton. So that's what we got for tomorrow, well, tonight and tomorrow. The moisture arrives again tonight, 9-ish, again, 9-ish tonight, 10 o'clock, certainly by midnight for everyone. Rains until morning. The changeover occurs in the higher elevations to our northwest, west, and southwest sooner. So certainly by mid-morning, you'll see that change over to our west and our southwest. As it moves through, we will see snow for everyone, the change over to snow for everyone by midday. And by midday, some of you will have snow for hours. And then it snows and it's windy. And we have our, what should be, and I was going to say to you that this is going to be our last snowstorm of the season. But looking at something, this may not be our last snow of the season, my friends. But this could be, well, I can't even say this is our last big one. It may not be our last big one. But brace yourselves. If you got to do stuff, get yourself ready for this storm. And I would prepare for this storm in terms of bracing myself for power outages. Those winds are going to be very, 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 very strong. They will create vegetation damage. It's trees down, limbs down, which will bring down utility lines. And that's going to be a widespread area. This storm is bringing winds basically the entire East Coast. So when utilities go out, it's going to be, it could be a very long time before they get your power restored. I would brace myself for that. If you have a generator, and again, don't use your generator inside or in an unventilated area. Don't do that. I would have fuel ready for that. Well, you might have to sell a testicle or a limb to buy the fuel for your generator, but I would make sure I have fuel for my generator for at least a day or two. Get your supplies that you need, groceries and things like that. You can probably leave your house very early tomorrow morning, but by mid-morning, you're gonna not want to go out, and certainly the afternoon tomorrow, you're not gonna want to be out in the roads. It's gonna be a mess tomorrow. And again, it's not just the heavy snowfall rate or the high snowfall rate that we're gonna have. Those winds are gonna complicate everything, and that's what's gonna create those blizzard-like conditions as we get that very heavy 1, 2, maybe 3 inches of snowfall an hour tomorrow afternoon, and we have 40, 50 mile an hour sustained winds. That's going to be a mess. So I would expect power outages. At least prepare for them. You may not get them, but I would prepare for them and brace myself to be ready to have whatever I need until Sunday. Sunday is going to be very cold, and it's also going to be windy. We may not see a lot of melting on Sunday, but certainly on Monday, everything's going to start melting. And probably by Wednesday, there may not be a trace of any of this snow. That's your weather. Mr. Graham, are there any comments?
Taking a look here, Snowscapes is saying they're ready. Um,
Yeah, if you have limb damage in the Lehigh Valley area, Snowscapes is the place you want to go to. They're a fan of our page. They're a supporter of the Weather Cares. They're actually sponsoring the Palmer Township Lumberjacks in the upcoming softball tournament in July, which you should register for, by the way. 8 teams, 8 charities. All the money goes to charity. You get a custom jersey with your name and your own number that you pick on it. You get a ball cap for that team that matches your jersey. It's a great time. And the better your team does, the more money your charity gets. But Snowscapes, great company. They do snow removal too, by the way. But they are very, very well known across the region for their tree removal skills. Storm damage to trees, limb damage, things like that. I have used them when a tree fell onto my house a few years ago. That was before I even knew Andy very well, Andy, the owner of Snowscapes. But we have become friends. This is not a paid endorsement, by the way. They're just an excellent fucking company run by an excellent family. So why wouldn't I? So if you need tree removal, because if God forbid you have storm damage with the trees on your house or on your property or anything like that, Snowscapes. They're on Facebook and Instagram. Snowscapes, all one word. Snowscapes. Snowscapes. Go ahead, Chris.
Mark Trumbor saying you're turning into John Madden with the pen.
Well, what they did was right here. No, sorry. I just need my Pat Summerall. Chris, does that make you Pat Summerall?
I could only wish to be Pat Summerall. He was the best. Lots of requests for the twat arrow.
I'd have my own bus and everything.
You know what? You could have the Madden Cruiser. We're working on that.
We're working on it behind the scenes. What else, Chris? What else?
Lots of requests for the twat arrow.
Oh, I didn't do the twat arrow. All right, well, just anyway. What other comments you got there, Mr. Graham?
Troy Prutzman checking in saying, guess I should shovel the slush. Pay attention, Troy. And let's see here. Tim Seidel is telling us that he may sell his other ball for gas and just be a chick.
Listen, I might sell a testicle for gas. All right, there you go, Chris. There you go for the twat arrow fans. For those of you new to the weather, you'll come to learn about the twat arrow. Oh, you know what? I actually, sorry.
Isn't it backwards?
Yeah, it is. Look, did I mention I got absolutely no sleep last night? There you go.
All right, we got one more thing to do here. Andy Gabbo is going to lose his mind if we don't pick a winner.
Yeah, so we're going to be doing, you can go back to me and get rid of that map, Chris. We're going to be doing a giveaway here. I don't even remember why the fuck we're doing a giveaway. Why are we doing a giveaway? I don't remember why we're doing it.
I don't
But
remember.
we're giving away a Ukraine t-shirt. Let me see if I can find it here. We are giving away a defend Ukraine shirt. There we go. Defend Ukraine shirt. Defend Ukraine with the trident on the front, and on the back it says "Go fuck yourself." Made famous by the Snake Island soldiers of the Ukrainian army. With the weather logo on the back, and then on the right sleeve is the Blue Hawk Nation flag. We're gonna give that away. You just tell us if you win. We're gonna need to know your size. So message the page with your size if you're the winner, and we will send that out to you. In order to win, you had to put the word instructions in the comment section of our YouTube video. We had to do it twice because when we first said it, we had said you had to put embassy in the comment section, and Well, nobody fucking did because they all used the live chat instead of the comments. If you're watching on YouTube right now, over here on the side is the live chat where everyone's chatting right now. Down here is the comments section. That's the comments down here. This is the live chat on whatever fucking site it's on right now. Okay. So if we ever do a YouTube comment contest again, you put it down below. Okay. Always go down. Remember that. That's good advice, ladies. Always go down. And fellas too. Always go down. It's good life advice. Are you ready here, Mr. Graham?
Yeah, we're ready.
How many people we got? 60 what?
65 comments.
65 comments. Pick away. Who is it?
And the winner is Mark Muffard.
Never even heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
But that is the
All right, well,
winning
Mark
comment.
Muffard, you have 24 hours to contact us. 24 hours. Send an email to theweathercenter@gmail.com. Put Ukraine in the subject line and let us know what your shirt size is and your mailing address. Mark Muffard, you have 24 hours. If you do not contact us in 24 hours by sending an email to theweathercenter@gmail.com with Ukraine in the subject line, giving us your shirt size and your mailing address, you're not getting a shirt. We do have, by the way, Chris, what's our number at here on YouTube?
I'm looking. 711 subs.
711.
So how about we
That's a
do
lucky number.
750?
A lot of people think 711 is a lucky number. We do. Well, I did do this morning before I left work. We do um, giveaways on YouTube for every 100 subscribers. So since we crossed over for 700, we should do a giveaway again, Chris,
Okay.
because we hit 700. Stand by.
Yes, Andy Gabo is
We will.
saying 2 giveaways, 700 subs.
We're going to give away this, the Columbia water bottle. I think it's 24 ounces, 24-ounce water bottle with the original Blue Cock Nation flag decal on it. So if you can see it, that's what you're getting. You're getting a Columbia 24-ounce water bottle. It's got a little sippy straw thingy on here. No, it's never been used. Look, it's still got the condom on it. Condom. And it's still got the tag on it too, actually. I don't know how you're going to win that. Chris, what do you think? How do we give that away?
Let me see. Let me check something here real quick.
That's a very nice water bottle. Retail value of $14.99. $14.99 for a goddamn bottle. Nice. It's a very nice bottle. Very, very nice. Well, dead air. That
Okay.
was very, very good.
I thought we could maybe have like just pick a random sub, but
Yeah, we can do that.
unfortunately, well, yeah, but YouTube doesn't give us the ability to do that.
Well, we can't do that then.
So instead, what should the code word of the day be?
How many subscribers do we have?
711.
All right, here's what we'll do. Again, Chris, I will message you the number here shortly. We will have them pick a number between 1 and 711. And the first one to pick that number will be the winner.
So you're just going to blow up the comments
Comments, not the live chat.
Not the live
Remember,
chat.
go down.
Comments.
Go down.
Do it after the video. It's easier.
After the video. After the video, go to the comments and type in the number. Between 1 and 711. And the first person to pick that number will win the water bottle.
So you're going to have everybody and their mother commenting 1, then 2, then 3. We're going to have 14 million comments on this video.
It's great for the algorithm, Chris.
That's one way to fuck the YouTube algorithm.
Absolutely it is. You must also, by the way, like and subscribe. Like the video and subscribe to the channel in order to win.
So and first one to get it, or a random?
That negative. First one to get it.
Okay. First one to get it.
First one to get it.
This is another of those ideas that sounds great in theory.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. You have 24 hours, by the way, until 9:30 tomorrow morning to guess that number. You have 24 hours to type in 1, enter 2, enter 3, enter all the way up to 701. Take a break. You don't want to hurt your wrist or your finger or something. All right, that's all I got for WYCEL today. Remember, moisture arrives tonight. It was probably Lehigh Valley between 9 and 10, maybe as early as 8. It'll arrive from southwest to northeast. Temperatures will be sufficiently warm enough tonight that it should be snow for most of us until dawn. Temperatures will begin to drop as the cold air overtakes. The snow in the Lehigh Valley should happen probably around mid-morning, 9, 10 o'clock. Certainly, again, by noon for everyone. And then we get very, very, very high rate of snow and very strong damaging winds. The winds will actually arrive before the snow changeover occurs, by the way. But once it does, and certainly tomorrow afternoon, heavy snow, strong winds, and those winds will continue into Sunday, through Sunday, with the snow wrapping up. The snow should wrap up by tomorrow sunset. But again, with the strong winds and the very cold temps in the 20s dropping down to the teens tomorrow night, with the wind combined with those cold temps, we could still see snow showers and snow flurries, and some of them could be heavy. So that's what I got for you. But today, my friends, today is actually a very good preview for next week, at least the first few days of next week. Mid-50s and beautiful. There's no sneak peek for you. No tease, if you will. And remember, always go down. I love you all. Ladies, I love you a little bit more. We'll see you on Discord. Discord, by the way, the post show, which is usually available only to the club members. Today, because we have the Storm event coming, if you go to Discord in the general chat, you'll see all the names where everybody is. You will be able to interact with the club member or not today because the Storm is coming. The Storm is coming. The Storm is coming. Sorry.
And we'll also get Peter to answer the questions from yesterday that came in too. A lot of what's it going to do in my backyard? If you have any questions, do you want more detailed information or anything like that, come over to Discord and I'll try and do my best to answer them. Other than that, I'm going to end this and I'm going to go over to Discord for a little while, try and answer some questions for you. And then I'm going to hopefully, I can't even sleep today. I just realized that. I can't even get sleep today before I go back to work. Fuck. See you on Discord. Fuck. Just remembered that. God damn it. I was looking forward to sleep. It's not going to happen. We had Lori checking in on YouTube saying famous last words. It's going to be fine. The number of people that are commenting on the Facebook feed is kind of comical.
Why is that?
Because they need to be commenting on the YouTube video after it's over.
Well, we have a lot of fans of Palmerston, Chris.
Yeah, we do. And Andy Gabbo is checking in on Discord saying, I want to fucking rock.
Buy a guitar. All right, I'll be over. I'll see you on Discord here in a minute.